We get on.
Welcome
Hey,
to Altitude and Attitude, where three vets are going to sit around and talk shit all night. And happy Pride Month to everybody. How you guys doing today?
feeling very gay.
What? Very well. I mean, I guess I might as well say it. I just blew my driveway off.
Oh
That's
my
how y'all want
goodness.
to tank this show.
Yeah. Well, we just lost a ton of viewers, huh?
I know this was going to be a good thing for us, and then you guys went and fucked it up.
Well, and also a little announcement, everybody. We're now on Facebook Live. We're now able to broadcast on Facebook, and I'm looking at it now. Looks like
Isn't that
everything's
cool?
going good.
That's awesome.
And I knew we could have did it on Facebook, Hoggy. I said it. I was like, bro, we could have got, man, Pete would have been proud. I mean,
Yeah.
Pete, were you proud
It
about
wasn't on.
our
It wasn't on yesterday. I'm telling you, wasn't it?
Sorry. So listen, I want to talk to you two about something.
Yes.
Who in the fuck told you to get online last night? What was that shit? Out of the blue, my wife is just surfing the web, and she said, "Why are Stanford and Hogg online right now?" I said, "What?"
Yep, that happened. Stanford was hammered and knows how to work a phone.
I feel like the Sergeant Pete we knew we got busted.
Yeah.
I feel like I was trying to reverse psychology him like you do with the kid. I was like, no, that can't happen. No, you can't do that. We have to record it first and then. And
Yeah.
Stanford's over there like, oh, we're live.
Oh my God. All right. So I'm going to need you to work the weekend, Stanford. Right?
Midnight.
Right. Yeah, I need you to come in with your blues and
Oh,
work this weekend.
What did you think about our impromptu scenario?
Well,
I still can't say that fucking word.
what's let's try the word again. Let's try the word again, Stanford. What do you got?
Hang on.
What do you got, Stanford?
I can't say it.
Masochist.
We should have a whole show where every day I pick white people words and see if Stanford can pronounce them.
I couldn't say it. I was trying to say it today. Masochist.
He just put like 3 words together and like,
Max
sounds good.
Maxkist.
Okay, now. I know big words.
Fuck y'all, man. But I couldn't. It's not in my lexicon, so it was hard for me to say it.
Oh my!
You can say a lexicon.
Yeah, you can't say masochist.
Like, do you practice that in the bathroom or something?
No, I know how to say lexicon.
Oh my God!
Wow, it was entertaining. That show last night was entertaining.
I don't know that I call it a show.
Well, that interlude. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely interesting.
We were talking about that. It was the A&A Light. That's what that was.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
A&A Light.
That works.
Skinamax After Dark.
Wait. Can you pronounce Cinemax?
Cinemax.
Oh, he got it.
He does. Yeah.
Okay, he got that one.
I can say Cinemax.
Say altitude.
It would have been funnier. Say it. Say it. Say it.
I say altitude.
You're on the hot seat.
Altitude.
Now you're saying it. Go watch some of your videos. You were altitude and altitude.
Altitude.
Dude, it's your show, dude. Might want to learn how to enunciate. That was say enunciate.
Enunciation. I can't enunciate, but
All right,
that's
let's
not.
move on.
that-
Let's move
I
on.
would-
This is this.
He can enunciate. He can enunciate. He
funny
just
for
can't
us.
masochist.
This is funny for us. I could do this all night. But let us move on.
All right.
So-
man.
It's Pride Month, right? So,
All month long.
Hog, you got something going on this weekend. You want to talk about what's happening this weekend? What you got going on?
Oh, it's a big thing on the coast. They're doing it's the Gulf Coast Association of Pride, which they call GCAP. And every year they put on this big festival where we call the Point. And every year we go down there and support our gay brothers and sisters and all that. And it's usually a lot of fun. We usually have a blast when we go. I usually volunteer. This year I'm not volunteering, but my wife is. It'll be a lot of fun. So I hope to see everybody out there.
What kind of things do they do
there's
happens
art
on there?
and crafts, and there's live music, bars.
Oh,
Is there
shit.
there's something
Why aren't we
extra.
there?
Do what? What do you say?
Is there finger painting?
Actually, yeah, they do have they usually have a booth for the kids. Yeah, so they'll have like book readings for the kids, and then like different things that kids can. It's something for everybody, like of all age groups. It's not just. I mean, it is a gay pride event for sure, but there's something that everybody can enjoy. So I've been a part of it. The volunteer wise for I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years, but
He trying to clean it up.
Anyways, that's what's going on this weekend. So hopefully I'll get some cool pictures and everything, and I'll post them on the website, on our Facebook website. And
No, that's a good thing, bro. But I'm just laughing because you're really trying to clean it up.
I was trying to what?
You were trying to clean it up because you knew you was stepping into.
Well, I mean, you got to try.
Nah, I'm not. Hey, I just got off work, but nah, I'm fine. Huggy, I know you. So when you tried to clean it up, I don't know. I'm sorry, Pete. I see him walk the bridge. He was.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Juneteenth is coming up. We're gonna have to clean that one up pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Look,
What?
I take donations.
Take donation.
So wait, did I see something on the news about how Trump wants to get rid of Pride Month? Is that true? Did you guys?
I don't
see
know,
that?
but it wouldn't shock me. I know for a fact that you've seen that they are trying to rename the Harvey Milk. Like what? Do you know? Like why? I'm okay.
Wait,
y'all
finish
explain
your thought.
Okay, my
What did you
thought
say?
is they are trying to rename the Harvey Milk, which is a ship from the John Lewis class of ships. They have dedicated to all civil rights icons.
Right.
One of them is Harvey Milk. If you don't know who that is, he is a civil rights icon that was gay, got kicked out of the military for being gay for no reason other than that. And then he ran for public office, and I can go. But anyways, so they're trying to rename this, and I'm like, for what?
Right.
Like why? Like why? Why are they doing that? So I'm trying to figure out, is this? I mean, we already know the answer probably, but it's to be mean. And that's the only purpose of it. That's the only purpose in doing it. It's to be mean, it's to be ugly, and that's why they're trying to get rid of. I guarantee you that John Lewis is next. I guarantee you that any other civil rights icon is next. Anybody who's not white, straight, and Christian is next. And mind you, the guy that's doing this is no Christian at all. So I don't even understand that whole part. And anybody who supports him, in my mind, is not either. So like, you're not following the teachings of Jesus, because that was anyways, call all the way around. Why are we doing this? To be mean.
Yeah,
Right.
Because it's Pride Month. Because it's Pride Month, and we want to be me.
Well, I don't understand. I know I had a little rant a couple nights ago, but I still don't understand how.
Yeah, I think you're caught up on your rants.
Yeah, but I'm still kind of upset about how people who preach a party that says, you want separation of church and state, but then they put their church to make it a state, and then they're all in people's bedrooms and stuff like that. It makes no sense to me because I'm like, who cares if they're gay, LGBTQ?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But I have never understood why these people are so hell bent on a group of people just living their life. Like, I don't understand. How can you wake up every day and say, I just hate these people, gay people, queer people? It makes no fucking sense. I'm like, how can it's like me right now. I got a lot of things in my head. I'm not thinking about, man, what's going on with the gay community. But I did see some people at work because they were doing showing their flags.
I think we're losing Stanford here.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but I know where he's going with it, and it's that why why?
Yeah.
Why do you wake up in the morning and think of somebody else? Like, this makes no sense at all. Like, why? And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna backfire because now we're setting precedent.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever, and it eventually will happen, there will be a Democratic president with a Democratic House and Senate.
Yeah.
What if they decide to come after you?
Yep.
Decide that, you know what? What if it's a gay person and they're like, you know what? I don't like the way that you treated me. What if they're just as childish as this president? I don't like the way that you treated me.
Right.
So
you think that
I'm going to get in the Christian bedroom.
Right. If
I want to make sure that you're doing missionary style all the time.
If these MAGA people think that the only commander in chief of retribution is Donald Trump, they are sorely mistaken, and they need to stop acting like dicks, or shit's going to come, and it's going to be hard.
A boomerang.
And the thing that I believe, it's the unknown, right? I mean, well, wait, for some it's the unknown. I don't get it. I don't understand it, right? Just like I don't understand some things. I don't understand some things about the LGBTQ community. But here's the deal. Here's the point. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean that I should be bashing it. Doesn't mean that I should be dragging it down. It means that I should be talking to somebody in the community.
Educate yourself.
To become educated. Exactly.
And again, and it comes up every single show. It comes down to education.
Right. Right.
So it generally turns out that people that know gay people or black people, or who do you hate? Mexican people, Latinos, whatever. If you actually know somebody, work with them, and become personal with them, you can't hate them. But the only reason that you do is because you keep yourself completely isolated around your own people that think like you. And when you do that, that's where all this comes from.
Right.
And it's sad. It's really sad because we're losing a lot. We are losing a lot of the smartest people in the world because they want to move somewhere else or whatnot.
Right.
Because they're being discriminated against right now in public, on TV.
Right. Yeah, it's a damn shame, but this is why we have these discussions and we have to push forward and help these marginalized communities rise up, because it's like you said, Hoggy. When they do it to one team, they do it to another, because it doesn't stop. It really doesn't.
Nope.
Once you deport people, now you got to get the black people, then you got to get the women, then you got to get the gay people, you got to get the LGBTQ. It doesn't stop. They're going to never stop.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. If these dumbass people, thank you, By the way, are you keeping score on the bucket now? I haven't seen you mark down
okay, yeah,
a fucking thing.
Okay, now you got 2.
You're number one, buddy.
I'm not doing a good job tonight.
But if these people, these stupid people, don't think that it can come around and bite them in the ass, that's the problem. These stupid. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I mean, they really believe that this can't happen to them.
Oh, no.
We have guys that we served with at Scott that have told me this can never happen in the United States. It can't. Well, guess what? It has before, and it can happen again. Don't forget about McCarthy. Don't forget about that bullshit.
It's happening right now. I mean, just, get down to it. It's happening right now. I mean, right now we're talking about the gay community, but it's happening in the black community. It's especially. Actually, right now, probably because until they get bored with the Hispanics, it's probably the Hispanics that are getting hit hard right now. I mean, there's a guy that was here on asylum that got shipped off, that gay dude, the makeup person, to where was that? That Seacot, but what?
El Salvador?
Yeah, El Salvador. And then the Supreme Court tells them like you can't do that, and they're like, get fucked.
Yeah, there it is. Kilmar.
Yeah.
He's an American citizen.
Yeah.
He's an American citizen, and he is still currently in an El Salvador prison because we're paying El Salvador to hang on to. And here's the other great thing about it is the president of El Salvador is telling us he has no power to release this man. And Donald Trump, who is right now the most powerful man in the world, is saying he has no power to get him released. And if you stupid white people think that this can happen to you, it can. Wait until you get a minority in the White House who wants to come after you. It can fucking happen.
Vote for me.
It can happen. It can happen.
I mean, and I hope that never happens. And I hope that this is the last time we experiment with this bullshit of king type style reign, this whole dictatorship type of reign. Like, hopefully this is the last of it. I mean, because I wouldn't want that to happen to them any more than they want it to happen to everybody else. Because guess what? I'm not excluded from that either.
Right.
Because if you don't kiss your leader's ring, then you're not one of them.
What fucking year is this, guys? By the way, that was a mark. I don't know why you're not keeping score here. What the hell's wrong with you? Dude, Jesus Christ.
That should be. I'm making that a cuss word. That's a cuss word now.
Jesus Christ is a cuss word.
Yep, you said it again.
Bless you, Jesus.
Said it again.
That's another one.
Qualifies. Since I came up with the rules.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's not a democracy.
Yeah, apparently it's not.
All this, I seen in Chicago that the ICE agents were taking they were just, as soon as these people, the people who have no criminal record, who go in to do their immigration recheck-up, by law, they're getting snatched up. So, what makes me upset is seeing these trolls online talk about, well, yeah, they shouldn't be here illegally. These are the guys who are actually going to immigration, reporting in. They're legal.
Right.
They're in the status. How can you hate a group of people you don't even live around? It makes no sense. I just don't get it.
I tell you what, something that I do like that they are doing is they are deporting criminals, right? We know that some of the people they're deporting are not criminals, but we do know that some criminals are getting swept up in it. So why aren't we deporting all the white criminals?
Well, number one, can I just say,
let's deport the white criminals too, because that would be a shit ton of people that would save us money.
He's already been talking about that. But I'll just say this: if you take away one person's rights, we've already talked about, then you take away everyone's. And it's like you can apply it to the death penalty, you can apply it to prison, anything. If you don't have due process, you could get convicted for just whatever the king wants you to be convicted for.
Right.
So like you have to have a fair trial, and whether bad people get scooped up in this or not, there has to be that's why we have these systems in place, is to make sure that we're not putting the wrong people in these horrible situations, because you are ruining people's lives. And if it's, dude, could you imagine? Like, I couldn't live with, if I was the judge that sentenced somebody to death and then find out later through some kind of other means that we put to death a perfectly innocent person. I also wouldn't want that to happen to these people going to CCOT or whatever, because just because they're here illegally does not make them a bad person.
Well, and you know,
They just came
Clovis,
over the border illegally.
Clovis just pointed out something here. This is a great point. He says that actually, since none of these people are getting heard in court, all of these people that are being deported, we don't know anything. And he's absolutely right. We don't know who the actual criminals are and who aren't. Kilmar, who is sitting in El Salvador, is supposed to be an MS-13 gang member, but
we
he's
don't know
never
because we
been
haven't heard.
convicted of it. Right.
He hasn't
Right.
been convicted of anything.
Well, my thing is, you know, dealing with the court systems on both sides, you know, because I was actually a legal secretary for the federal public defender also, believe it or not, before I became a federal inmate. But so I did both sides of this. But
He
what I'm
goes
saying,
both ways.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
He's a max.
Right into
He's
our
a Maxicist.
fuck you, Pete. I can't still say that shit. But the thing is, so I and the one thing I want to kind of dispel is that when you heard that they were releasing the illegal people who had committed felonies, right? That the jails were releasing them. Before you get out of any county, state, whatever, if there's a federal hold, they call ICE to see do they want to detain them. ICE themselves, Homeland Security says no, because they don't want to pay the money to the local jurisdiction, because then it becomes a federal hold, because now that's a higher standard. So a lot of times ICE doesn't want to pick them up because it's not worth them paying all that money to pick up one person like in a county jail in the middle of Iowa or Nebraska. Right. So they release them. So they playing the American public, making them think, well, the states are just releasing these criminals. No, before they get released, they actually got to go through DAFIS and all these other background checks to see if there's any outstanding warrants. And if there's an immigration hold, they call ICE and say, hey, do you want this guy? If not, we're going to let him go, because the state doesn't want to be responsible to split the bill for the federal. And so this administration is playing it like these states are like just releasing people. No, the federal government, and it happened under Biden, it happened even under Trump's administration. They didn't want to pay to get these people who have criminal records the right way to deport them, because you got to pay 2 officers to travel to that jail, pick that person up, travel back. Then they got to go through detention hearings, right? So now he's doing it where he wants to cut the middleman, where they don't have no due process. So you just grab them and go.
Right.
But the problem is, it's different if you're grabbing them from the jails, because you already know they're convicted of a crime. But you're grabbing kids, children. You're going into schools. Like
children.
Right. They pulled a girl over the other day. I say the other day, a few weeks ago, and she spent something like 14 or 16 days in jail. She's an American-born citizen, but because of an expired tag. And granted, that she should have been pulled over. Okay, she had an expired tag. But why was she sent to an ICE detention center?
She wasn't a white girl, was she?
Oh, she was Hispanic.
Yeah, right.
Which is what we're going after.
Right.
But it goes back to what Pete said, though. You got a bunch of foreigners from the European countries, and like, shit, I used to look. You got anyway. There's a lot of European people that commit crimes too, and they're not getting deported like that.
Right.
They're walking right, because their last names, It could be some form
It
of
doesn't have
European.
anything to do with their name. It has to do with the look of their
It has to
skin
do with the color of their
that.
skin, plain and simple.
Nothing to do
Plain
with
and
it.
simple. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Or
Yeah.
their
crazy.
accent. Their accent.
And I'm just going to
Because
say it again.
If that was true, then Ron DeSantis would be deported.
Okay, well, that's not a bad thing.
Marco Rubio.
It's not a bad
Marco Rubio, right?
Yep. There
Right?
you go.
Yeah.
He should be
there-
Secretary of State and three
Yeah.
other secretaries.
my God.
Like
That crazy.
the most overworked politician of all time.
Right
Look,
now,
I'm
the only people in the administration that won't be deported are Trump and creepy Caroline. That chick, her and Trump, they're the only two.
The ICE director, or the Homeland Security director, Naomi, her batshit
Yeah.
crazy ass. I listened to her fucking family talk about her. Even her home grandmother knew she was a batshit loony.
I have a question about that. I've seen that she has this commercial online where she's thanking Trump for everything that he's done. I wonder who the hell's paid for that commercial. I wonder if she did it or if we did
Elon
it.
Musk.
No, dude, Elon right now has declared war on this administration.
That shit is so funny.
I don't believe anything he says. He was fucking high on
I
ketamine.
don't
And he,
either. I'm with you, Stanford. I don't
Yeah.
believe it either, but
the fact,
it's funny to watch. It is funny.
no,
to
no,
watch.
you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to save his company because he fucked up. He thought he was on Joe Rogan talking all that bullshit. Oh, the government and all this, and then when he was cutting government jobs without indiscriminately, and then screwing up the air traffic controllers and stealing fucking contracts, Elon Musk can go fuck himself. You know what? Deport that motherfucker, bro. Fuck him.
Dude, I'm with you on that one. I am with you on
He
that
is
one.
from South Africa,
But it is.
but he's pretty white.
Did you see?
So
Like Steve Bannon said, he should be deported.
really,
Yes, it was hilarious.
well, but I mean, seriously, when we're even considering
He said
anything that
we
comes
should
out of
use-
his
sorry,
mouth, then we have a lot of more problems.
God, we all agree with Steve Bannon. Oh my fucking god.
whatever
Mm.
happens, if I watch billionaires like implode each other, that's not really gonna hurt my feelings. It's gonna be like, especially like these two racist motherfuckers. Like, I don't give a fuck about either one of them. They hope you both blow each other up. Give a shit.
I tell you what, though, I did see where Elon threatened pretty much everybody in Congress. I saw somewhere where he said,
I didn't see that.
anybody that votes for the big, beautiful bill, that he will personally ruin their career. And then, so I saw another thing, and I don't know why this woman hasn't come up in our conversations more, because I'm sure we all love her. Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, right? Massachusetts Taylor Greene. So she says that she voted for the big beautiful bill, right?
Yeah,
And then I think it was just today or maybe yesterday, she was on some committee for artificial intelligence, and she's holding up this piece of paper and she's pointing at it, and she said, "When I voted for the bill, I didn't see this in there." I'm like, so you voted for something that you didn't even read.
Exactly.
You didn't even fucking read it.
Because dear leader told her to vote for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just often wonder, and I know this is going to be crass, but I often wonder how many of these stupid ass fucking women in Congress wish that they were the ones grabbed by the pussy. That's how
that one does.
That's how it sounds. That's how it sounds. They want nothing more than to be Melania, I guess.
That's
how they act.
They want to look like they want to look like they're in a loveless marriage. Like,
yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
If you were to actually get into his wife's head, that you would not want to be there. I can guarantee you that.
Melania's like, I don't want to be grabbed by the pussy.
I guarantee you the only reason that they're not divorced right now is because she does not. She's like, that's hard.
Get your old hands away from
me.
me.
I don't know. I can't tell you what somebody else wants, but I can use my imagination.
Oh Lord.
Jesus
Huggy,
Christ.
that imagination? No, we don't want to use that.
Man, just like give me that Cheeto.
Hey, by the way, did you guys see that video of the French president getting pushed in the face or
Oh,
slapped? And that was that was so funny. That was so
Hey,
fucking funny.
I give him a lot of credit because he played that shit off because he knew the camera. He got slapped the fuck into the camera. He's like,
And he goes,
What are y'all talking about? I missed it. What are we talking about? Who got slapped?
the French president, his wife slapped the shit out of him on his military jet when right before the cameras. You couldn't
the
see her.
cameras are on him, dude.
Oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna go.
They
watch
open
that.
they open the doors of the airplane, and there's Pepe Le Pew, and the cameras are on him, and he's talking to somebody over, and this hand comes out and just hits him right in the. He turns and sees the camera, and he goes,
Well, why can't that be us?
"Oh, dude, it was the best."
Why can't that be ours?
Oh my God! Come on, Melania. If you're watching this, Melania, please slap Cheeto in the face. Just once.
Do you believe that the Russians have videoed him doing some crazy shit when he was in Russia before he became president?
Wait. Say again.
Yes.
Tell me what you're talking about.
I remember they had a rumor that when he rented out the same room Obama rented out, he was doing crazy adult stuff. And they say that the KGB, well, not the KGB because it's no longer the KGB, but the whatever they call it now, the Kremlin has the videos of him doing wild stuff because he was so mad about Obama having that suite before him and all this other BS.
Look, dude, I can't speak to
anything.
I can't speak to what that kind of power and that kind of money will do to somebody. I would like to think that I could be somebody who shares his wealth and would give back to the community, but I don't know. I mean, it's very possible that he did go in there and do some crazy shit. But did you guys see that Elon is now accusing Trump of being in the Epstein files?
Yes, I did.
Let's talk about that.
I gotta say something, Pete, really
you
quick.
don't.
Yes, I do. I know for a fact that you would. You want to know why I know for a fact you would be a good person if you became rich?
Because you don't want me to fire you for yesterday?
No, I mean you can still do that, but, and you'd still be a good person. But it's because all of us, we all came from nowhere. We know what we all came from nothing. And so when you have that background where you came from nothing, and then you come into something. I mean, I don't know what your childhood was like, but I mean, I grew up poor as shit. So I mean, like I came from nothing. So like every time I get something, I want to help people out. So I couldn't imagine a scenario where I would be as ruthless and ugly just for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, just like
I like to
withholding
think
your money, withholding your money is one thing, but like to just actively go out there and attack an entire community, no matter which one it is, it's just ugly. And I don't understand how, and this is the part that's really disappointing to me. I don't understand how pick a religion, I don't care. Religious people, it's all love, every one of them. And that they condone this.
Right.
And it's insane to me. It's not everyone, but a majority.
It's 2025, man. What are we doing? It's
Well,
2025.
Well, look, I'm to be honest with you, Huggy, I'm walking in my religious light, I became a priest in my faith. I'm a young priest, and I'm still trying to grow. And but we don't, in my faith in Santeria, we don't have no. Personally, in our scriptures, we don't have discrimination against gay people because they've been there from the dawn of man. So we don't think about that. But I see what you're saying because people use scripture and religion as a way to warp their way to make hateful speech or hateful things.
Justify their
Yeah.
prejudice.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's within the human being, right? And it's a sad thing because at the end of the day is we on. First of all, God is God. Like God created everybody, everything. So why would God be like, well, I don't like this person, they're gay.
I don't like the people I created.
You created it, or I don't like the black
Yeah.
people. I don't
Yeah.
like I don't like the Latinos, or the Asians got too much math. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out. I don't know.
That was weirdly almost racist, but
It
also
was.
complimentary.
I think. I know. I don't know if we should give him some marks on that or not.
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna put a question mark there.
You know what I'm
Yeah, it's a
saying?
big question mark.
I mean, I'm just saying, God gave black people fried chicken. Who knows, bro?
What in the fuck is going on with him right now?
We just went off the course.
I know.
I love you guys. I'm just but basically I'm saying is
You need a
He's
hug?
already- we ain't even been on. We ain't been on 36 minutes.
saying
And he's
is
already
like,
thinking about Popeye.
God is like love, and all this drama, all this hate, and you know, it's just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's man-made bullshit because people want to just step over each other, and it's fucked up.
Yeah, I really don't understand what's going on. It's 2025, man. This isn't the 1980s, the 1960s, the 1920s. It's not what this is, man. This is 2025. Well, I mean, why in the hell do we care who's loving on who? Love is like Anna said, as long as we're loving, who cares? Who cares? You're not coming into my house and telling me who to put in my bed or telling me who to fall in love with. That's not what you're doing. You're doing it yourself. Fine.
Yep.
Go for it. I don't care.
I had somebody I served with, like I can't remember. It's I post so much dumb shit, but he was asking like something about like, oh, so because I said, why would anybody care about what's in your or why would I want you in my bedroom? Remember, this could come around. Like, he's like, oh, so there's something in your bedroom that you don't want people to know about? And I said,
No.
fucking right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything behind the door, to include the sheets.
Yeah.
Like, everything is none of your business. None
Right.
of it. It's in my bedroom. That's between me, my wife, and nobody else.
Right.
And
Unless
Yeah.
there's an OnlyFans page. And then maybe you could have
Even
some
that
comments.
is none of your business. That's not none of your business.
Wait a minute.
What about pay $2.99?
Stanford and I have a subscription. So we would like to discuss this with you. All right? All right?
I don't have
It's
one.
getting a little fucking
You
weird.
don't even know how. I'm just learning how to use YouTube, you idiots.
All right. So how about this one? All right. So we all served together.
Yes, sir.
How many times did you give two shits who was gay sitting next to you?
0.
Fucking, I never even cared.
I know for a fact that we served with a gay person and at least one bisexual. At least. Who gives a shit? Who cared? Who
I
cared?
don't. Never did.
Nobody. No.
Well, and this, this goes to, I've been asked this, especially way back in, like, I think 2009, 2010, somewhere. I was in Iraq when that happened, when Don't Ask, Don't Tell went away. And I've been asked a bunch of times because it was a huge deal. If you watch the news, it was a huge deal for the deployed troops and like their morale and all this other stuff. And so I started getting asked by people at home, like, how are y'all doing? I'm like, what do you mean? Because I don't really understand what they were
What the
asking.
fuck are you talking about? Right.
Yeah, exactly. And then they would tell me, and I would say, we already knew, first of all, we already knew who everybody was.
We didn't give a
For
shit.
the most part, and nobody cared. The only people that cared are politicians. Because everybody that served it, it's like, are you good at your job or are you not?
Right,
Because
that's
guess
it.
what?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, being you could be a woman and do your job well, and I want you on my team. You could be gay. I want you on my team. Black wants you on my team. You could suck and be all of those people, and I don't want you on my team. It has nothing to do with any of that.
Right. You're the big
we're
heterosexual white Christian man who doesn't know how to do his fucking job. Get the fuck out of here.
There is no way that I'm turning down that gay dude or that woman that is really good at their job because I want somebody that's not good so that we can get killed because they're not good at their job. No, I want the best. Give a fuck what you do after work.
Right. Nobody cares about this but the politicians and those douchebag Facebook people that just sit around talking bullshit.
No, you guys are right. You guys are totally right.
Wasn't even a thing.
Nobody cares. Even in the corporate world, you know what I'm saying? People, it's all about if you can do the job. That's all that counts, right? But unfortunately, for some reason, the media, certain parts of the media, they want to focus on this issue, and it's the craziest thing. Like I don't get it. I'm just like
because
we're here to tell everybody. We're here to tell the media, the administration, and all of you people out there that have never put on uniform. We're here to tell you right now. We don't care.
Never did.
Never did. Never will.
Nope.
You know the crazy part about this is we don't care about the people's sexual preference, but this administration just put a 20-year-old kid, the fucking guy, to be in charge of counterterrorism. What the fuck, bro? Pete, me and you should have been. We could have been the fucking top pick of counterterrorism. All the conspiracy shit we were talking at midnight. The fuck.
Let's go get him.
You know, but like.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like the
way that they treated fucking Pete God, he's got that hard name. Say it, Stanford.
Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg.
But you know what? I mean, like they've been riding him like a cheap pony for fucking years. I mean,
wait, who?
Pete Buttigieg.
The right, like nothing he would have done. He could have single-handedly cured cancer, and he'd have been the evilest son of a bitch to ever live.
I love this. I love this comment. Look at this. Look at this comment. This is exactly what's happening. She is absolutely right. All the bullshit that they bring up, all the bullshit that this administration and the media bring up is nothing more than to distract us. It's gladiator games. That's all it is.
Look over here while we're doing this.
Right.
How about we're all outraged about all these other things, like which I am too. Read that bill that they're trying to pass right now.
Which one? The big beautiful bill that NTG didn't even read?
You want to talk about gay? The big beautiful bill. I mean,
have you guys heard? I'm gonna have to try to find it, and I'm really sad that I don't. I'm really sad that I don't have it for this. But there is an audio clip of Donald Trump talking about, I think it's Arnold Palmer.
Oh,
have you heard that? Where he is talking about his dick and how big his dick is and how much he. Yeah, you want to talk about somebody who's in the someone who's in the closet? It's you.
I posted about that back when that happened, and it was like the whole family, like the family was like, I think they sent a cease and desist. Like they wanted, like, please, like, why let my father rest in peace type deal. And I'm like, why is the leader of the free world
talking about somebody's flawed, baby?
What in the world is this?
It was so big, no one's ever seen anything like it. Everybody in the locker room knew that this was a man.
I don't know a single, and I know a lot. I don't know a single gay person who would have told that story or thought that was funny after somebody passed away. None. Zero. But guess who? The leader of the free world does.
He's in the closet. That's why he's so angry.
While the family's mourning. Like, why would that even come up?
Mm-hmm. The man's in the closet and he's angry. He's angry about it.
I don't care. But you know what? he's a horrible person regardless. I don't. It doesn't matter. But he could be a black dude who's also gay. He could be a black dude who's or an Asian dude. I don't give. I hate. Like, he's a horrible person.
Well, I don't know.
Get it?
I just don't be randomly thinking about men's phalluses while I'm giving a speech. It's not
Why do you,
something
and
I
why
don't-
are you sending me messages at 3 a.m.?
Because I
What?
want to be held. I want to be held, Pete. I
I
want
want
to
to
be held.
I want to be held. Somebody hold me. Somebody hold me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I wasn't involved in that, so I didn't get the 3 o'clock in the morning.
The whole podcast just came to a screeching halt.
I
All right,
know.
let's see if we can. Let's see if we can do a quick pivot
Yes, sir.
on the man
Pivot.
here. Pivot. You know, one thing that Hogg and Stanford and I were talking about yesterday is the amount of negativity that is everywhere and how overdoing it has the ability to really wreck your personal life, your daily life. And I was telling them how I was having that trouble. Every day looking at the news, trying to figure out what we're going to talk about, what's going to happen on the show. And the one thing that these guys reminded me of was that we need to take breaks. We need to take a step back sometimes and just don't watch the news. Don't worry about what the hell's going on. Worry about your own sanity. Worry about your own mental health. So next week, our show is going to take a little turn for next week. We're going to bring on a woman that works for the VA. And we are going to ask all of you. Listen, we want to ask everybody here that's listening right now to reach out to every veteran you know to watch next week's show, because we are going to have a woman on who's going to help us understand the different things that the VA can do for our veterans. So please, and not just the VA. Hell, one thing I just learned just talking to Hogg a couple of days ago, I have wasted tens of thousands of dollars because I didn't know that I was exempt from property taxes. And so I've been paying property taxes on my house, but nobody ever told me. Nobody ever said, "Oh, Pete, you're 100% disabled, so you're exempt from your property taxes." Nobody told me. But
For real?
we next week, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I didn't know till Hogg told me. But next week, we're going to bring on a woman, and the three of us, are going to have all sorts of information that veterans can go to find out what they're eligible for. So we're asking everybody to reach out to veterans you know. It doesn't matter if they're in the system or they're not in the system. They hate the system or they like the system. Please tune in next week because we're going to have a lot of information for them.
That's gonna be awesome.
No. It's veteran outreach is one of the best things that when me, you, and Hoggy got together, we said in this thing we're gonna have fun and help as many people as we possibly can, as best as we can. So veteran outreach is one of our main goals here. So it doesn't matter if you serve 2 years in the Army, so 30, 40 years in the Marines. We want to try to get you guys knowledgeable about certain things that we don't know, certain things that I found out by the luck of God, meeting somebody in the VA at Jesse Brown in Illinois. They showed me some things and helped me out when I went through a bad time. And then this person who I know, she has a lot of knowledge. We're gonna talk shit because I can't stand her all the time. But nah, but we're good. But it's a lot of things out there that we as veterans, we don't know. These programs are out there, and then there's more programs that we are in, that I can't, and I hate to say entitlement. I like to say your service is connected to these programs. You earned this. You earned these things. So we need to utilize it, because if we don't utilize it, they cut it, like they're trying to do with the VA. and then all of a sudden when you need it, it's gone, and then you got to go back to the fight. These other veterans fought for these services so that because they've been through it, so they fought to make sure that these future veterans of these future wars get access and their family doesn't suffer like theirs did. So we have to acknowledge that these past veterans who fought for it with congressmen and state senators to pass these things to get these programs state and federal wide, you guys earned it, bro. And it's sometimes the ego is, well, we know we did our service. Just give me my little ability and everything else. But there's so many things that you earned because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you did 2 years or 30 years, you serve. And only 1% of the nation, less than 1% of the nation serves.
Yeah, if you guys want to know who the 1%ers are, the 1%ers are the ones that are wearing the uniforms. Yeah. Those are the 1%ers. Yep. But, you know, I tell you what, I know Stanford, you said you don't want to call it an, it is. It's an entitlement because of the shit that we did, the things that we did for this country. So we are entitled to it. So go get it. Why aren't you out there getting it?
When did entitle, if you are entitled to something, when did that become a bad word?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's.
But when they thought black and brown people were taking shit for no reason, it was like, oh, no, fucking entitlement.
Right.
You know, they call Social Security. The thing that you paid in for all your fucking life is an entitlement. How the
You're
fuck
entitled
is that?
To, yeah.
It's my money. Give it back to me.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're talking about Social Security, you know, it's
right.
like, so that's not, well, it isn't. Yeah, I am entitled to my money.
I mean, but it's crazy, but they make it sound like it's a bad thing.
I know, that's what we were talking about. Like, it's like you can create something to be a bad word.
Right.
Like, entitlement. Like, no, an entitlement is something that you are entitled to.
Right. Right. You worked 40 hours, you're entitled to your paycheck.
I paid, yeah, correct. Your paycheck is for sure an entitlement because I am entitled to that.
This is an entitlement.
I agree. I agreed to serve for X amount of years, and now I'm entitled to my retirement. So, when did this become a bad word?
And I serve less than Hoggy, but I'm entitled to his retirement.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, kind of, yeah. If my taxes pay any of yours, or yours pays any of mine, which it does, then we also you are correct, because I do have to pay taxes on my retirement.
Fucking.
You know what? This is completely off track, but you know what really cracks me up is watching these people that like get so outraged about my tax dollar paid. I don't know how they had that food stamp card and an iPhone. I wish I had an iPhone. And I like to tell these people, like, you didn't pay taxes because I know you personally. And yes, I did. Okay, well, yeah, they deducted it from your check, but you paid in through the year $2,000. How much you get back?
$2,000.
10. Because of your kids and all that. No, you didn't pay taxes. Taxes paid you. So shut the hell up.
Right.
And quit being a racist, because that is what you're doing. Because there's nothing, and nobody even talks about, like, the fact that how many white people are on food assistance or subsidies or whatever you want to, whatever the polite word of the day is to call them, but they're the first ones that want to bitch about somebody, you know, a black person with their 5 kids pulling out an EBT card or whatever, and it's like, dude, you do the same thing. I know you.
Stanford does not have 5 kids. Back off.
Bro,
you should have. You'd get 10,000 back.
One child, then my adopted baby. So you know, so my miracle baby. So one child that I love, and then my adopted babies. But not. It's true, because living out here, living in New England, and where there's a lot of white folks out here, and seeing that they use EBT like crazy out here, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, I read the statistics, but to see it,
dude, New England is not cheap. It is not cheap. It is
You know
not
what?
cheap. But you know,
Another thing.
I can remember being a kid and watching political debates and things like
What the
that.
hell is going on? What the fuck?
Something happened to the stream?
Yeah, it's like flipping all over the place.
No, he was
Whoa.
talking about we were all cascading into 3 different.
What the hell just happened there?
I don't know, but it's like we're playing Ring Around the Rosie over here.
Let's keep going. But I can remember being a kid, and they used to, back during Reagan's administration and during the whole elections through the 80s and into the 90s. I can remember them.
You're dating us.
I can remember them. Yeah, you want to go? You want to go on a date?
No, you are dating us, like telling people how old
I'll
we
date you. I'll date the hell out of you.
are.
Hey, and this is why we say military humor is different, because we can say something weirdly weird and we know it's just a fucking joke.
But they used to tell us, man. They used to tell us that the Mexicans are coming across the border and taking our jobs. All the black people are stealing money because they're on welfare, and they've got all black people have like 12 kids, and they're going to keep having them so they can have more money. This is the 80s and into the 90s. This is exactly the same bullshit that they kept talking about. And I don't know about you, Hog. You grew up in a similar state as I did, but the majority of the people that I saw that were on welfare were white.
Yeah, because we got one of the poorest states. Almost all the red states are poor states.
Yeah,
and they keep it poor on purpose. And they're taking money from like California and all this, and it's paying for all this.
mm-hmm.
But it's insane to me how like that happens, and they have been geniuses about framing this as a us against them, and it's really like we're all in the same canoe. We should be paddling in the same direction, but we're like fighting each other. So the guy in front of me is paddling this way, and I'm paddling that way.
That's the problem, dude.
And
that's the problem. We're fighting each other.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, we're fighting each other.
Yeah,
look at Hoggy use the political.
You want to bitch at somebody? How about you bitch at Elon and Trump and all the Congress, every single one of them, every single party, bitch at every single one of them. Why are you all of a sudden rich? Why are y'all so rich? It should be illegal to be as rich as Elon or Trump or anybody. Like, why are you that rich? How do you not pay taxes?
And let's talk about something.
How does a teacher pay more taxes than you?
Let's talk about something else that's on the same subject. They talk about this auto pen. What's the auto pen?
Jesus fucking Christ!
Bullshit. How many people has Trump pardoned recently? Right? So the Republican Party and MAGA and Trump are completely against student debt relief, right? The student loan forgiveness, right? We don't want to do that for people. But what he's going to do, and I want all of you dumbass MAGA people to listen to this. He doesn't want to give us, the people that are earning $15 an hour, working 2 jobs. The MAGA people don't want to give us any kind of relief, but he's going to pardon people who have stolen billions of dollars from us.
Because he's done the same thing.
He has pardoned people that have stolen billions from us. Stolen. But
because he did the same thing.
But you people want to support a man who won't give us, the hardworking Americans, a break. Go ahead, Oak. Go ahead.
And then and then you got people with student loan debt from the right, and they're bitching about student loan debt, but they voted against themselves.
Yeah, they voted against themselves,
and they're about to lose their food, their help. They voted against themselves.
Right.
You're about to lose your freedom of religion. You voted against yourself.
Right.
You're about to lose your freedom Period.
Speech, your freedom of
If you're
speech, your freedom
Hispanic,
of due process.
well,
all
yeah,
of
well,
it.
process. You
my
voted
thing-
against yourself.
my thing with the student loan thing is that people don't realize that Reagan during his administration was the one that made it where you couldn't even. It used to be, or you got too much in student loan debt, you used to be able to put it on bankruptcy. The Reagan administration stopped that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these shit that this Reaganomics shit, we're still suffering today, and people don't realize that. And because it used to be back in the day before black and brown people used to go to these schools, it used to be schools were affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost had universal college, where you do an entry exam like they do everywhere else, where they try to place you into a free college so you can exceed in life. Now everybody's got this debt. Everybody's got these degrees. They got a degree from here, but they work in a whole different career field. But you got a $80,000 degree in this one field. You're working on something totally different because you were forced as a kid to make a financial decision that you should never do as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? You just turned 18, and then here go, you were taught through media, college is going to get you where you need to be. Your parents are pushing it. Now you got $80,000 in debt, and then you come out, you're still going to a fucking minimum wage job or entry level job because it doesn't matter about the degree. You don't have the experience.
Right.
It's fucking crazy.
It's a pendulum. I was talking to my wife about this the other day. There's a pendulum that runs, and right now we have swung all the way to the right, and pretty soon it's going to swing back to the left, and eventually somebody somewhere at some point is going to cause that pendulum to stop swinging so hardcore so that everybody can be taken care of. Probably won't be in our lifetime, but it will happen. And the one thing that we on this podcast are going to try to do is we're going to try to be a part of that. And we're going to ask everybody again for next week's episode, please reach out to as many veterans as you can. 1-year veterans, retired veterans, those that are in the VA, those that aren't in the VA. Please tune in next week to listen, and they might just find out that there are more benefits out there that they're not getting. So, on behalf...
That affects all communities.
It does. It affects everybody. It really does. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate all the chat, all the interaction. And somebody in chat asked us if we're going to be selling these. We are going to be selling these. If anybody wants them right now, we don't have our store set up yet. But if you want something, reach out to any of the three of us. We'll be able to get you hooked up with them. But thanks for joining us. What's up, brother?
Before you cut us out, I'm just happy that you didn't fire me and Hoggy.
You motherfuckers need to bring your blues in this weekend so we can have an inspection.
We love you, brother. We love you.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. On behalf of Hog, Stanford, and myself, we want to thank you guys for joining us, for being here and interacting. And remember, if you're